Let's talk about that stubborn belly fat. You know the kind. It feels like it has a mind of its own, right? You're eating clean, you're hitting the gym, but that pouch just refuses to budge. It is so frustrating. But what if I told you you've been fighting the wrong battle this whole time? Well, today we are going to crack the code on what's really going on, and more importantly, how you can finally win.
I mean, this quote just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? You can do crunches until you literally can't sit up, you can go on some crazy diet, and that belly fat will probably still be hanging around. So why is that? It's not because you're not trying hard enough, it's because you are aiming at the completely wrong target.
You see, the fact that you can actually pinch, that's not the real villain here. Nope, the true danger is something you can't even see. It's a hidden, internal fat that's wrapped around your most vital organs. And it's a silent threat that's way more dangerous than the stuff you see in the mirror. Okay, so let's break this down. There are two types of belly fat we're dealing with. Over here on the left, you've got subcutaneous fat. That's the vanity fat, the stuff you can pinch. And honestly, it's largely harmless. But then you have what's on the right. This is visceral fat. I call it vicious fat because it's deep, it's internal, and it is actively working against your health. I want you to think of visceral fat almost like a parasite that's taken up residence inside your body. Seriously, it's not just a blob of stored energy. It's an active, toxic organ that is literally poisoning your system from the inside out. So to be clear, visceral fat isn't just fat. It's this biologically active tissue that wraps itself around your liver, your pancreas, your intestines. And it's constantly pumping out all these inflammatory chemicals that just wreak havoc on your hormones and pave the way for some really serious health problems.
And this is the big question on your mind, right? I mean, if you can't see it, you can't pinch it, how on earth are you supposed to know if this dangerous internal fat is a problem for you?
Okay, you can actually try this right now. Go ahead, stand up straight and poke your belly. If it's soft and kind of jiggly, that's mostly that subcutaneous fat we talked about, not a huge deal. But if your belly is hard, firm, and protruding, kind of like a beer belly, that's a pretty good sign that you have a buildup of visceral fat pushing out from the inside.
All right, so whether your belly is soft or firm, there is absolutely a way to fight back. And here's the really good news. Even though visceral fat is dangerous, it's actually the first type of fat to go when you know the secret. Think of it like a biological combination lock. And I'm about to give you the 3 numbers you need to crack the code. So, the first key to unlocking this fat isn't about restriction, it's not about what you take away, it's about what you add. We are going to add a whole lot more color to your plate, specifically from foods that are jam-packed with something called carotenoids.
Okay, so here's how this works. Visceral fat creates this highly inflammatory environment in your body, which leads to something called oxidative stress. Just think of it like rust forming on your cells. Well, carotenoids, the stuff in colorful foods like carrots and spinach, they act like powerful rust removers. But they do something even cooler. On a genetic level, they literally flip the switch that tells your body to burn fat for fuel instead of storing it.
And listen, this isn't just some nice theory. A Japanese study found that when people simply added more colorful vegetables to their diet, we're talking carrots, cabbage, stuff like that, they saw a significant drop in their visceral fat. The takeaway here is super simple. Vibrant food fights fat, and beige food tends to feed it.
All right, ready for key number 2? This one is all about what's in your mug. Specifically, we're talking about green tea, but, and this is important, not just any old green tea.
Green tea is amazing because it launches this 2-pronged attack, all thanks to these powerful compounds called catechins, especially one called EGCG. First, it kind of picks the lock on your fat cells, signaling them to break down and release stored fat. Second, it acts like a bouncer at the door of your gut, blocking an enzyme called lipase, which means you absorb less fat from the food you eat. It's incredible. And for the biggest punch, you want to go for matcha or sencha because you're consuming the entire leaf.
So, diet is an amazing tool, but key number 3, this is the knockout punch. It turns out that a very specific type of exercise acts like a laser-guided missile, targeting and absolutely demolishing visceral fat.
So what's the magic intensity? You don't need a fancy heart rate monitor or anything. It's all about the talk test. Here's the sweet spot. You should be working hard enough that you can still speak in full sentences, but you sound a little winded and you'd really rather not talk. If you can sing, you're not going hard enough. If you're gasping for air and can't talk at all, you're going too hard. It's that simple.
And you will not believe the results. A study had people cycle at this exact talk test intensity for just 45 minutes twice a week. That's it. In only 2 months, they lost almost half their visceral fat, a 48% reduction. Plus, their insulin sensitivity shot up. That just shows you the incredible power of finding that perfect intensity.
So we've covered the what and the why. Now let's put this all together into a super simple, actionable plan that you can literally start using this week.
Okay, this is it. This is your entire protocol. It's simple, but it is so powerful. Number 1, the shield. Just add 1 colorful vegetable to every single meal. Number 2, the key. Swap just 1 of your daily coffees for a matcha or sencha green tea. And number 3, the solution. Aim for 3 to 4 cardio sessions a week at that talk test intensity. That is the whole plan. You can totally do this.
Now, before we wrap up, I need to talk about the biggest, most common mistake I see people make. When you want to lose fat, your first instinct is probably to just eat less, right? To starve yourself. But when it comes to visceral fat, that is the absolute worst thing you can do.
And this slide explains why perfectly. When you go on an extreme diet, it just backfires. Your metabolism slows to a crawl, and your body panics and holds on to that deep, visceral fat for dear life. But the right kind of movement is the complete opposite. It has what's called a dose-dependent effect. That means the more you do, the more fat you lose. There's no upper limit. The strategy isn't to starve, it's to fuel your body and then burn that fuel with smart, targeted movement.
Your body is so ready to heal. It's literally just waiting for you to send it the right signals. This isn't about deprivation or punishment. It's about giving your body what it needs to thrive. You have the code now. The only question left is, will you use it?